Soludo vows to end IPOB sit-at-home order in Anambra. Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State says his last 100 days in office had been bumpy and challenging due to the rising insecurity and red treasury he inherited from his predecessor Wole Obiano. Mr. Soludo, who disclosed this on Saturday during a ceremony to mark his 100 days in office, vowed to end the Monday sit-at-home order declared by indigenous people of Biafra. To be sure, the last 100 days had been bumpy and challenging as expected, with insecurity and a red treasury being the most potent, as clearly identified in our inaugural address, he said. Thus, with declining revenue in the context of insecurity and mounting of debt, including over 20 billion naira in arrears of gratuity to pensioners since 2018 vis-a-vis the sky-high expectations from you, some fundamental disruptive changes are inevitable, Mr. Soludo added. The governor, however, asked people who were pitying him for the situation to withdraw their pity, explaining that he consciously applied for this job and there will be no excuse. The Monday sit-at-home order by IPOB, which has wrecked the Anambra economy and disrupt the people's social life, will soon be history, the governor said. Our children will have their full week of studies and our businesses will be in full charge again, he said. We have declared zero tolerance for touting, which has endeared the government to transport owners, operators, and stakeholders. More programs and projects will be unveiled in due course, particularly to restrain and empower the former touts. He said the major parts of the 100 days have been devoted to making key appointments into the government and fighting insecurity in the state. The governor said his administration would work hard towards implementing his manifesto, which he said centers on 5 driving pillars of security, law and order, economic transformation agenda, social agenda, governance, rule of law, and value system, noting that he has begun work in those areas. He went further. He said, we have maintained the policy of the past administration on community choose your project, in which communities receive grants from the state government to execute a project or projects of priority to the community. Our administration has launched a new phase and increased the grant from 20 million naira to 25 million naira per community. We have also launched a policy that no retirees from the state civil service will be owed gratuity under our administration and have paid retirees from March to date. We have also begun, gradually to pay gratuity to pensioners who retired since 2018, and there is hope and joy in the land. We have also approved the same policy for local governments, the governor said. Mr. Soludo said his administration has successfully screened over 40,000 candidates who applied for teaching jobs in primary and secondary schools in the state. He said additional 6,000 candidates will soon be screened for recruitment in the state. The governor said in the face of dwindling state resources, his administration would begin to collect taxes from Anambra residents and indigents of the states in the diaspora, assuring that such taxes must be put in good use. He said the road ahead will be bumpy and every citizen has a duty to contribute to a building and a livable and a prosperous homeland in the context of dwindling resources. You will be called upon to bear some sacrifices. To my supporters and party members, it will mean that the state can no longer afford many political appointments. A nimble but effective government will be required. The Anambra at home and abroad are called upon to pay their taxes to the Anambra state government. We can't build those roads to your local government and communities with bare hands. material by Chinagoro Mugu. Well, let's look at this. I think personally that Soludo should avoid the sit-at-home parava, the trouble associated with it for now, and let him deal with other things. Even though we must all admit that it is not doing us any good, especially we in the southwest region where it is observed. I would also like the proponents of sit-at-home to review it in the light of Buhari's recent statement, recent reply to UK Prime Minister, where he ruled out bail for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He said there will be no bail. That shows the federal government may not be affected or concerned with the sit-at-home exercise. You know, I'm not saying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be forgotten, but if something seems not to have worked, you can try another method. And this sit-at-home has also heightened the security situation in the southeast and Anambra State in particular. A lot is going wrong in the name of sit-at-home. Hoodlums, miscreants, and criminals are using that as an opportunity to carry out evil, nefarious activities. There is what seems a total breakdown of law and order. No government will survive or achieve anything once there is insecurity. So ignore those who are telling you it is not affecting the region. The region in particular, yes, it is affecting us. That is a fat lie. Anybody who tells you it's not affecting the region is a lie. It is greatly affecting revenue. It makes it hard for government to rake in enough money to manage the state. No state relies on just federal allocations. Anambra State was totally plundered, and Soludo started with almost nothing, even with their standing debt, money-owned pensioners, and others. All of this contributes to why Soludo said his first 100 days in office had been bumpy, especially for those who have been expecting so much from the governor. It is too early to start saying this is underperformance for him. Okay, nobody can actually really perform well in this situation. Meanwhile, the governor has asked no one to pity him, that he can surmount whatever is the problem, and promises to take Anambra to the next level. And that promises remain intact. And to him, the sit-at-home would soon become a history. Well, I wonder how he intends to achieve that. Ours is to watch and report to our viewers. But in all, we expect something good to come out, part of which is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. That is, to a large extent, that will ease the security situation in our Libo Southeast region. What do you think about this? Add your comment on the comment section. We want the sit-at-home to end. We want Nnamdi Kanu to come out. That is our resolve here. We want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of DSS custody, and once Southeast, the sit-at-home to be lifted. I'm not saying the condition should be until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out. Meanwhile, that is what IPOB under EPA, the autopilots, are saying. That's not what I'm saying. But I want both of these, Nnamdi Kanu freed, sit-at-home suspended, because it is not helping us at all. It is greatly affecting the region. But I don't know to what extent it's affecting the federal government. I don't think it's affecting them because of what Buhari said. He didn't even mention anything like that. He just said Nnamdi Kanu will not be granted bail. And that is what the UK Prime Minister requested. So, I will see you later. Bye for now.